Welcome to the Chuck and Lisa Show. The show that does absolutely nothing related to politics. Sometimes we just spend more time in the ditch than we do on the road.
Yep, it's fun.
Everybody say hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa. And shut up, Chuck. Sorry, I got that out early.
Yeah, me too. But we
Nice.
still got to do it.
Oh, you'll say it more than once, I'm certain. I'm a ghost tonight, and Lisa's not.
No.
Lisa's hair matches mine if you could actually see it.
You got too much light on your left shoulder.
Left shoulder? I can fix that.
That's your
I can also turn it down if I need to. Is that better? Far. We got some fun stuff to. Oh wait, I forgot to say hi, Gersh. Hi, Gersh.
Yeah, whatever. Get on with the show.
Hey, Eeyore. How you doing today, Gersh?
Better than I deserve, but I think you knew that.
I ride it everywhere I go.
I've heard that too.
We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about some interesting stuff. There's all sorts of interesting stuff. If you don't watch Bugs Bunny, you have no idea what I was just doing. Let me tell everybody where I am.
You are Bugs Bunny. What are you talking about?
No kidding. You can find me all over the internet. I am at Chuck Nellis on Gab, CloutHub, Parler, Getter when it's working. Oh no, not Getter. That's another username. I forget. We go.
Forgetter.
USA.life, MeWe, Codius, PolitiChatter, and you can find me at Real Chuck Nellis on Getter when it's working. For some reason, it's not right now. Actually, I have to make a correction on Chuck Nellis Jr. on Tumblr. I always forget to tell people the right place there. And I am actually back on Facebook, believe it or not, and I've been there for 2 days so far without being suspended. I am Chuck.Nellis.7 there.
That's a personal record, isn't it?
And don't go there and talk politics with him because he's not doing it.
Nope. I have to be very, very, very careful about that.
Very careful.
I do. Yep. So, Miss Lisa, where can we find you?
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
That's cool.
Yep. And on Twitter, where I just celebrated my 15-year anniversary.
Can you believe that,
Thank you
Darcy?
very
She's
much.
been there 15 years and never suspended once.
No, I've been.
Well, did you ever get a week off?
Yeah, twice.
Did you ever get a month off?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
See,
no.
you're minor offenses.
Yeah. Well, like one time it was because I said I was going to throw oranges at somebody. Because that's deadly, right?
You threat to the orange population.
And then another time I said I was going to kill something that's a cartoon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you kill a cartoon?
You can't! Somebody reported me now. It's
That's
probably
okay.
up in Eastland.
That's okay. These days, Elmer Fudd can't even carry a shotgun on a cartoon.
No kidding, right?
It's
It's
offensive.
just kind of ridiculous, man. Political correctness will destroy being able to say what you like to say. But we don't control that, apparently. Let's see. Dersh, where can we find you, brother man? Oh, wait. Velma didn't tell us where we can find her on the
please
internet.
go look on my Etsy store. You don't even have to buy anything. But just look at it because for some reason it's down this week. I think because people are busy with school starting and everything.
Yeah.
Vintage.
Well, but better yet, buy something there.
You can, but you don't. But yeah, or show it to your wife.
Yeah,
Vintage.
or if you're the wife, show it to yourself.
Can I say it?
Yes.
Vintage Velma Finds, all one word. Vintage Velma Finds.
Okay.
And go look at it and like favorite some things and buy something if you would like.
And that is on Etsy.
On Etsy.
And if somebody were to get off exit 143 at Route 40 and 85 in Burlington, North Why would they find you there?
They should go to Consignment Connection, which is right up the hill from the K&W cafeteria.
I love it. They have great food.
Yep, and I have lots of stuff. People say I have a nice booth.
Hey, Dersh, do they still have the K&W in Orlando?
No.
Really? I used to go there when I was in the Navy. It just reminded me exactly of it, because on the weekend you didn't want to eat right from the base.
Right.
You know what else I have at my store?
What's that?
I have Chuck Nellis bumper stickers.
We never advertise those anymore.
Yeah.
You ever sell them anymore?
A few.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Dersh, where can we find you, brother man?
Nobody cares. Let's get on with the show.
You stop it.
He's our in-house Eeyore.
You stop it.
I had the words up there.
Dude, he just plays one on this show.
I had the words up there. People can read. They can find me. If they can't read, then they don't need to find
Our
me.
fans can read.
That's true. All right.
Where is everybody? How come nobody here?
Well, we don't know if they're here or not, knowing this place. Say hello to us in the chat room, guys. We miss you.
No, nobody's
Hey, did
watching.
anybody get the notification?
Maybe not. This
What?
Tuesday, right?
I did, yeah. I did promote it, so
I thought it was Wednesday all day.
hopefully
for some
they'll
reason.
show up.
Yeah.
Do. Please wave at us if you're.
Well, don't worry about it.
Last week we had a mess of people here.
All right.
Facebook may not like that.
What?
Probably
Facebook?
not.
What are you guys talking?
I mean YouTube. Sorry.
Talking about things behind my back?
No. Today in history, the British Empire adopts the Gregorian calendar in 752.
Oh, good.
They miss 11
Why didn't they
days.
start with 1?
They miss 11 days from 9/2 to 9/14 when they first made it.
Was somebody on vacation?
Apparently. 1901, President William McKinley dies after an assassination attempt. If an assassination,
Because
Yeah,
he didn't die
yeah.
right away.
then it worked.
He didn't die right away,
But
right?
it worked. Yeah. And what president succeeded him, Jeopardy players?
Who was it?
1901.
No, who was it?
McKinley. He was his vice president, I believe.
Wilson? No,
Oh,
before that. The one before that.
Teddy.
Oh, Teddy!
Yep, Teddy. 1948. The building of the United Nations headquarters in New York begins. The cornerstone was laid October 24th, 1949, and Jimmy Hoffa is not in it.
Then where?
The UN building.
No, he's not. He's in the stadium in New Jersey, Meadowlands.
That's what they said.
I actually know somebody took one of those mobile X-ray machines and did use it on the field, and they didn't find anything.
It was supposed to be on the
One of my
south end of the field.
one of my
I think.
relatives knew him from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe they didn't.
No. Oh yeah,
I'm
that's it.
kidding.
Because all my relatives are murderers, not just one.
That's right. Just because
that-
that was, it doesn't mean everybody was.
Was that sarcastic or was that a confession?
That
No, her dad really did.
Not my biological father, not the person I grew up with. Actually was in prison for murdering his wife.
Not her mother.
Not my mother, the other woman he was married to after.
Your mother would have kicked his ass.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, there's that.
1959, the first man-made object reaches the moon. How cool is that?
The first man-made object?
Yep.
Wouldn't that be the lunar
It
module?
was the Soviet probe Luna 2.
Oh!
It crashed into it.
Oh.
It wasn't really supposed to land, but it crashed. So it was the first thing to land on the moon.
It did land then.
Well, it crashed. 2001. This was a big one.
Space Odyssey?
GameCube?
GameCube was released in Japan.
GameCube. Wow. I had one of those.
My daughter loved that game.
Yeah, so did Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Mike did too. At one point, my kids had the little Nintendo,
Yeah.
the 64,
Yeah.
the GameCube,
Yeah.
the Game Boys.
Right.
I don't know what else is there, Dersh.
Sega Genesis.
No, only the Nintendo stuff.
Oh, okay.
But they did have a Sega Genesis because my mother found one at like a yard sale or something.
Yep. Oh, I know. Well, you see ours. Ours are still in the house mostly.
Our
The
what?
ones Ryan had. The ones
Oh.
my daughter had.
She had PS2s mostly, didn't she?
Well, she had some PS2.
We had the
she had
DS,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, she had
If
everything.
you're in the market for any used
I spoiled her rotten.
video games,
I know, we've got them all and they all work
we
great.
don't have them all. We have a few.
Yeah, I had a Nintendo, which I loved. The games on Nintendo for the time were phenomenal. And
I wish we would have kept the original Nintendo we had.
I think I got it back in like 90 something,
Yeah.
early 90s.
Right?
And my son has it now, and it still works.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
That's
I wish
isn't
we
that cool?
still had the one we had, because I would always find games like at the thrift shop, and they would be like really obscure games, but I would bring them home anyway because they were $1. They're like, this is a stupid game.
Famous birthdays today. Ready?
Ready for
Dmitry Medvedev,
who
the
that?
so-called Russian president, 1965. The one that isn't in control. I don't know who Kimberly Williams is, 1971. Ralph Moss, 1973. Amy Winehouse, 1983.
She did.
Still dead. See? And in 1989, Jesse James, the actor. All right.
Who was he married to?
I don't know.
Sandra Bullock,
Oh, okay.
but not now.
No.
No,
Bummer. Where is everybody?
they don't love us.
I don't think they sent out notifications today.
I don't either. And I got one. How funny is that?
Except we got 4 more subscribers. How does that work? I don't think they're telling us who's here. All right.
Don't worry about it. Maybe
not.
the internet is broken again.
That's quite possible. I know that over on, as I told you guys, Getter was down. I think it's
They
back
don't
now.
care about Getter. Talk about Getter
It's
on
down
the
now.
other show.
Right. Well, no, it's just a site. They're all sites. All right. Big news today. Not politics. Norm Macdonald. Lisa, I know you were a big fan.
I wasn't like a huge fan, but I mean, I thought he was one of the funny people.
Yeah, he was very, very funny.
A lot of people thought he was annoying, but a lot of the people that thought he was annoying
Yeah.
didn't understand his jokes because they were over their head or too obscure.
Yeah.
And when he would tell an obscure joke, he wouldn't explain it to people. He didn't care if it was only for like 3 or 4 people funny.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It didn't matter.
He was trying to entertain himself, and that's all that mattered.
Okay, so like we were talking about when he was Burt Reynolds on Jeopardy.
Yep.
He wrote his name as Turd Ferguson, which is incredibly funny to me because my maiden name is Ferguson.
Right.
So go ahead and steal my identity, but
It's funny.
because anyway.
Yeah.
So my maiden name's Ferguson, so it's just a funny word. That's the only reason. He wrote the whole skit so he could be Burt Reynolds
That's
because
funny.
he wanted to dress up like Burt Reynolds.
That's funny.
And then he wrote his name as Turd Ferguson because it was it sounds so, you can just keep saying it over and over again because it's funny.
Yeah.
So then, one time on Jeopardy, on Real Jeopardy, this lady didn't know the answer.
Yeah.
So she wrote, "What is the Ballad of Turd Ferguson?" So then Alex had to say Turd Ferguson on Jeopardy, and he didn't even know what the joke was.
That's too
so
funny.
they had to explain it to him after.
That's
And
hilarious.
then when Aaron Rodgers was on Jeopardy,
Yeah.
one of the contestants was like, I sat when I was a baby, Burt Reynolds held me. That we were on a plane, and Burt Reynolds held me. He goes, Aaron Rodgers goes, "You mean Turd Ferguson?" So it's just, I don't know. It's just funny, and like, you should, if you're not familiar with Norm Macdonald.
Well, he had a very dry sense of humor.
Right. If you're not familiar with him, you should go watch some of his, especially his SNL. When he was Weekend Update. That's
Daryl's here. Hi, Daryl.
he had a lot of those, and sometimes people just wouldn't get it, but I'd be sitting there laughing my butt off.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, it was funny. I was telling you that I just was watching Jay Leno's car show yesterday, and he was on there. And he looked kind of like he did in this TMZ picture where his face is a little puffy.
Well, 'cause
And I guess he was taking steroids.
He was sick with cancer for
Right.
10 years.
I didn't even know that.
And he didn't want anybody to know.
Right.
Because he didn't want people to be like,
Well,
cancer patient Norm Macdonald.
the show that they did was done just last year.
Right, but you know what I'm
And
saying?
he did not drive the car. he had never. Well, he drove the car, but very shortly,
Right.
and then Jay took over.
Right.
And I was thinking that he didn't look as strong as he used to look. You know.
Well, you're just thinking that now because you know he's
Well,
dead.
no, I was thinking that yesterday because he didn't quite look. He's
Well-
kind of slouched in the seat,
Yeah.
not
Well,
you know
it
his
was,
energetic self.
he was sick for 10 years, but he didn't want people to know because he didn't want that to define him
Right.
as a
He
person.
did a very good job of it.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you know how people go overboard and they're like, cancer warrior, Norm McDonald.
I know. Survivor. That term
Yeah.
just drives me crazy. It's like they got lucky, or you know, it's not their time. Basically, is all
Well,
it is.
it might have been him that said this, actually, and I can't remember because I read it earlier today. He said, I'm pretty sure when you die, the cancer dies, so it didn't beat you.
Right.
It's a draw.
Exactly. In his case, unfortunately,
It's a draw.
He lost.
No! Cancer lost too!
That's
It's not. Cancer didn't win because when you die, the cancer dies.
true.
That's a
That's
good way to look at it.
There you go.
I mean, you're dead, but whatever.
yeah, you still lost, but at least the other guy died with you.
But
all
cancer
day.
didn't die. I mean, cancer didn't win. It died with you.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it shows up in far too many people. You know?
It's like the
So,
cancer
God
committed
bless his
suicide.
family. What?
Like the cancer committed suicide.
Cancer did?
so to speak. Yeah. So God bless his family. He will be missed.
And apparently, he was a very nice, sweet person too.
Yeah.
Didn't that
Well,
same
that's
thing
good.
happen to the guy who plays the Panther in
Right.
the Panther movie from Marvel? He
Yeah, he didn't tell anybody either.
right, yeah, he did that whole movie. He did the whole movie in pain because he had
Right.
cancer.
Have you seen that movie? Because I want to see that movie.
Yeah, it's good. It's not
Is
a
it-
great movie, but it's a
I just want to see
good.
it. I don't watch any of the Marvel movies or anything.
Yeah, it's solid. It's worth a watch for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we can watch that sometime, Mr. Chuck.
Yeah. Hey, Dercy, put the camera on me a second.
No.
My good buddy, Mr. Hershey, sent me this today. Hope it's in proper. Can you see it right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's one side. And then the other
Tell people
side,
what it says.
it says, put on the whole armor of God. And it says, pray always. I love that. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, man. Love you too. That's why I got it
love
for you.
man. I love you, man.
Get around.
Yeah, that's been one of my life verses.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Corinthians. So I saw that and I said I didn't want to get that from my brothers. I got one for Jerry too, and he won't be getting his till tomorrow, I think. But yeah,
Because he lives farther away.
yeah, he does.
Yep.
All right, say something else, Chuck.
Alrighty. So,
This is a show.
I know. So, speaking of cancer, driving Miss Norma. Lisa sent me this one.
Oh, wait, speaking of cancer, can I just say
Yes.
today is the 4th anniversary of my best friend beside Chuck's death by cancer, and ironically enough, he was a cancer researcher.
Yeah.
So cheers,
Bob.
cheers, Bob.
We love you, dude.
Miss you.
I
He
remember
was
when.
the best man.
Yeah, our best man, and
Yeah.
he was a great guy.
Or I didn't call him my best man. I called him my best dude. Driving Miss Norma, 91-year-old who hit the roads after cancer diagnosis, dies.
Yeah, I mean, no, she's been dead for a while,
Okay.
but just the whole story of what she did with her husband passed away,
Oh, yeah.
and then like I don't even know, like a couple weeks later, they said you have endometrial cancer, I think it was, and you have
Right.
to have a hysterectomy and you have to take all this chemotherapy.
Right.
And she's like, I'm 90 years old,
Right.
and So her son was like, I need to come take care of you, or you could move in with us.
Right.
But there's one caveat. If you move in with us, we're going in a big RV and we're going to drive all around the country and do all this stuff.
That's awesome.
And they weren't really tight as a mother and son.
Right, they didn't
right?
grow up that way.
Yeah, and she was always kind of like taking a back seat to the dad, to her husband.
Right.
And so this made her experience a lot of things that she never would have.
Yeah.
And it looked like, I'm going to have to read the book now because it looks awesome.
It does look like a very good story.
So she made a Facebook page called Driving Miss Norma.
They traveled 13,000 miles. They slept in 75 different locations in 32 states. They visited a dozen national parks, monuments, and recreation
Sounds like
areas.
Dershey's family.
On the road again.
Yeah, definitely.
And she died or was buried like across the continent from where she.
She did some amazing things in the course of a year.
I know, right?
She took off in a hot air balloon.
That's cool.
She rode a horse,
That's cool.
and she got a pedicure.
Did she get a tattoo though?
I don't think so.
Man.
Well,
But still,
that's a good
Isn't
way
that
to spend
cool?
your last year on Earth, you know?
yep. And she didn't know how long she had. And you know what? If she would have probably only had a year anyway, probably.
Yeah.
Because when you're 90 and you have all that stuff,
Yep.
I mean, she could have died in surgery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
And they don't always get the cancer anyway.
Yeah. So that's what, like, my Nana, they were
Yeah.
like, when she was, I don't even know, 87 or something, they're like, this might be breast cancer. She's like, what am I going to do about it? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not, it could be one of those ones that takes forever.
Yeah.
And I think it was. And she was like, my boobs are small enough as it is. You're not taking anything out of it.
All right, I'm going to keep going until Lisa tells me to do the 3 questions, Dersh.
Okay.
Well, what are you going to talk about now?
Galveston finds lawyer.
Cool. That was funny. Sorry.
Galveston finds lawyer for strolling on beach as Mike Myers with a bloody knife.
And the mask and everything.
He had the mask, he had the bloody knife.
Gotta be
Just
kidding me.
The movie. Somebody called 911, and he got fined.
He got fined?
Well,
Are you serious?
Thing though, he was like, I was just trying to bring some happiness and joy. Like, how are you bringing happiness and joy to people walking down the beach with a bloody knife?
Yeah, well, he's a lawyer.
That's weird.
Let's,
That's just lawyers drink a lot, mostly.
yeah.
I don't like seriously. How was that bringing joy
Yeah,
to anybody?
that doesn't seem very funny. I mean,
No.
if he had an exaggerated, crazy outfit on,
Or like if he had a big
people could
paper
have.
or a big paper knife or something,
Well, not really that, because it was raining and stuff. But I mean, if he had just dripping fake gooey blood or something like that.
I don't even. Well, how would you know it was fake though?
I don't know. Silly.
It has an orange tip.
He's just the guy just lost it. I
Yeah.
think. But I have always wanted to go to Galveston.
Yeah, all this stuff. Yeah.
It's not that special.
No.
No.
Especially during a hurricane.
Well, I don't want to go there during a hurricane.
It's really not special during a hurricane.
At the top of a mountain.
I've
in
already-
St. Croix during
I've already
a hurricane.
been to a beach during the hurricane. That was Outer Banks. That was fun.
Yeah, hurricanes are a bummer.
Paid for a whole week. Got to be there 2 days. Had to go home.
Nice.
Bummer.
Yep. They gave us part of our money back, but not very much.
It's funny.
Yeah, I was in school when big hurricane hit down South Florida, and I was went to school at FAU, which is about a mile and a half off the beach,
Yeah.
and we got locked down in our dorms, and man, it was like crazy wind outside. It was nuts.
Yeah, we weren't actually there during the hurricane because they made us all leave, but there's only one way in and out. So we spent a lot of time in the station wagon with 3 little kids
That must be
who
funny.
had to go to the bathroom.
Mommy!
Yeah, so
Well,
that's
fortunately, the boys are easy, but the girls are a little bit more of a challenge.
yeah. Emma was not happy.
Boy, you just tell them to go in a bottle.
Yeah, Emma was not happy.
Did you ever see a Key West evacuation for a hurricane?
Oh my gosh, I can
only
imagine.
Talk about one way in and one way out.
No, I can imagine. Ugh.
Well, don't they just set it so that both bridges go out?
Yeah, but you're still talking thousands and thousands of cars.
You're only talking 4 lanes.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
2 lanes sometimes, probably. I think there's a couple of parts
Isn't
where
there 2 lanes on each bridge?
I think there's a couple of parts where it's only 1.
Okay.
I've been there more times than you have.
Twice.
Huh?
How many times have you been there?
I've been to Key West like 6 or 7
have you?
times.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that many.
Yeah, I went with my sister. I went with John a couple times.
Yeah.
I went with my sister like 2 or 3 times. I've been there, I think, 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does a hungry rhino do when he doesn't have enough food in his pen?
Eat?
He leaves.
Oh.
A hungry rhino escaped his pen at an Omaha Zoo. On some grass. Apparently he wanted some of the other stuff.
The grass is always greener on the other side of the pen.
That's very good.
Right.
Yep, Lisa got the punchline.
So what? How did he get out?
Somebody forgot to lock the gate.
Somebody forgot to feed him and forgot to lock the gate, probably.
Yep. So when he got out, he just went and found a really, really nice spot behind this barn, munching on the grass because there was a ton of grass there.
Cool.
And he's just hanging out, not cussing. Oh God! Even in the article, they used that line.
Of course they did.
That's just funny. So anyway, rhinos. The rhino and I know.
He's silly.
You gotta have a sense of humor. You're not gonna make it out of this life alive anyway, are you?
Nope.
So this rhino was named Jontu.
What?
You know what?
Jontu.
John to go eat some grass.
John to go eat some. This just keeps getting worse.
You like that?
Oh God!
Sound like he went on a jaunt to. He went on a jaunt to the next yard.
He did. He went on a jaunt to
Can you
different grass.
Can you imagine calling 911? Excuse me, there's a rhinoceros in my yard.
Yeah.
And you
What
quit
the
drinking.
hell are you smoking?
Call 911. You can get psychological help there.
This is Nebraska. There are no rhino
You're right. A rhino in Nebraska.
rhinopotamus.
You hear Barney going, Sheriff! There's a rhino!
Ow, that hurts. Don't
I'm
do
sorry.
that.
Isn't that a female? Because it's got no horn. Of course, it's got to be a
Well, it's
female.
young, I know that. I don't know.
Of course, it's got to be a female. Wandering off like that,
It's a non-horny rhino.
non-horny.
That would be a female.
Shut up.
Right on,
What's wrong with you?
right on both accounts.
What the hell's wrong with
That
you?
was just funny.
That was just funny. Ha ha.
Oh, goodness.
All right, let's do the 3 questions. How about
Yeah, let's do the 3
that?
questions.
And if you can do some more stories if you want.
I love when you just throw that right out there, and I don't have time to get the shot up. Okay, I got it.
Do whatever you want.
You should tell us stuff, like
Tell
a
you
director
stuff.
or something, a producer.
Have you ever tried to tell Chuck anything?
Have I? Oh, all the time. Doesn't work.
That's what I was going to say. How well does that work for you, Lisa?
That's true.
Alrighty, so it is
It's
3 non-political question time. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Alright, question number 1 is an interesting one, I think. What movie, in your opinion, should have never been made?
should have never been made.
Yeah, it's either so bad or just irrelevant or whatever reason, in your opinion, the movie shouldn't have been made and the world would be better off?
That one with Jar Jar Binks in it.
I think that's probably a pretty good answer.
I'm trying to remember that cartoon. You tell me yours for a second. I'm trying to find it because I can't remember.
What? Describe it.
It came out in the 70s. It was a rabbit or something like that.
Felix the Cat?
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, what's his name? The
It was
rabbit.
stupid as
The
hell.
Cat? What, like
what was the name of that?
Journey or whatever?
It was a rabbit, right?
Yeah.
That Watership Down?
No. A stupid movie ever.
It was an animated movie with real people in it.
It was made in like the 70s.
And there was a rabbit?
It was some animal, and I thought it was a rabbit.
Was it a cartoon?
Yeah, it was a cartoon.
And it was a rabbit.
Roger Rabbit?
Harvey?
No, that was a
Harvey?
cartoon.
No?
Not Harvey, not Roger Rabbit.
Donnie Darko?
Crap. Shoot. I can't believe I can't think of it. It came out in the 70s.
Alright, well just tell us about it.
Movies about rabbits. Let's see.
I don't know.
It's not. Well, I named all the ones that. Harvey, Donnie Darko, Who Killed Roger Rabbit, Watership Down. We're in a literal rabbit hole.
We literally are. I don't know.
Anyways, what was the story about, Chuck?
Oh, it was pumped up like crazy, like it was going to be the best movie
I
of all
have
time.
no idea what you're talking about.
And then it just...
Are you sure you weren't hallucinating?
No, that was the 80s. No, that was the 70s.
Seriously, there are no movies about rabbits.
I can't... It was about a...
You sure it's a rabbit?
No, I'm not sure it was a rabbit. I know it was an animated...
There's a rabbit in the Holy Grail.
No, it's fine. I love that cartoon. I can't remember. Don't worry about it.
Fatal
What's
Attraction, there
yours?
was a rabbit in that.
What's yours?
I already said.
What is it?
That movie that had Jar Jar Binks in it.
Oh, that's funny.
It's
That was horrible. That really was
Star
horrible.
Wars, the
But they
Star
had to
Wars
make
movie.
to like advance the story and everything.
Yeah.
But that was horrible. I don't know what he was thinking. I really don't.
You know, you're among, I think, most people, even Star Wars fans, think
Right.
that Jar Jar was just
That was just messed
some kind
up.
of pathetic. Yeah.
I mean, it was racist. It was just
All right, let me answer this. Let me answer that question this way. 99% of the movies come out of Hollywood suck. So pointing one out that's the worst of all time is a very difficult
I don't
task.
think it was a rabbit. I think it was something else.
No, it was some.
Because I'm looking up all the movies
It
about
was like
rabbits.
a bright yellow red banner for the.
Bright yellow red banner.
I can't remember.
It's not Who Killed
Doesn't
Roger
matter.
Rabbit.
No.
Howard
I love
the Duck?
movie. Howard the Duck.
That's not a rabbit.
I didn't say that. I didn't. You said rabbit.
You said rabbit.
I said maybe a rabbit or something else.
A duck is not even closed. And how did I know that's what you were thinking? Kill me now.
Howard the Duck. That was awful. That was very
It's a
awful.
movie.
Right. I saw it too and watched it.
How did I get
walked out?
freaking
I didn't.
Howard the Duck
I'd say-
from a movie
I said-
about a rabbit?
I said Howard. I said
You didn't.
1970s
No, you said
cartoon.
you kept saying 70s though.
In the 70s.
No,
What was
no, because the girlfriend, Howard the Duck's girlfriend, I think was the same person that was the mom in I can't remember now. Back to the Future.
it came out in 86.
I told you that.
All right. Well, Howard the
How did
Duck.
I even get that?
Next question.
Oh my god!
That was awesome.
I think like you.
Howard the Duck. What a horrible,
That
terrible.
was bad.
That
was a waste of money.
was ridiculous.
I don't even
It
ever
was.
see it like on rotation anywhere.
They don't even put it among the worst movies of all time because it's in a whole different category.
Let's do a sequel.
Well, had two. One is The Postman, Kevin Costner. It's the only movie I've ever walked out of. It is so bad. I hated that movie. I lasted for about 45 minutes.
Waterworld?
Waterworld was bad too, but The Postman was worse.
Which one? I can't hear it, sorry.
I'm going to turn this
Yeah,
off.
turn it
Be
off
right
because I
back.
can't hear. No, for some reason, one of my
What did you
kids...
say?
I don't know, honey. Hold on. Turn it off. One of my kids was infatuated with Waterworld and watched it over and over and over again.
Yeah,
That was-
Waterworld was terrible too.
Pretty bad.
It's
Yeah, but if
seriously
you're-
bad.
9 years old, it's probably a cool movie.
Yeah.
Ron's here. Welcome, Ron.
But
So what movie did you say?
The Postman.
That's
Oh,
what
see, I
I thought.
haven't seen that one yet.
Isn't he
That,
like
please.
psychotic or something in that?
And then, is that the one where... No, that's not
Does he
the
go postal?
Was that,
I went postal and left the movie theater because I
was
just
that
couldn't
the one
couldn't
that
take it.
was
It was
like
horrible.
Pony Express or something?
Yeah, right. That's what
Okay.
it was. Yeah, it's
Okay.
back in. It was back in the.
And you know what, the
Pony
girl in the
Express.
movie is his actual daughter. I know
It
that.
was awful.
But I haven't seen it.
There's another movie too. I tried to think of the name, and I remember this movie forever. I remember the name forever. It was 1975, 76. I just racked my brain, but it was the movie was like a 2.5 hour movie. So back in '76, that was a long movie.
That was we were just talking about that today, how movies got really long.
Yeah, that was a long movie, and the movie had 2 characters in it. The entire movie, 2 characters, and then about 2/3 of the way through, another person shows up in the movie, and I mean it's literally like, oh, thank God somebody else is in the movie, and we find out it's one of the 2 characters in disguise.
Oh, brother.
But
Oh my gosh, it was.
that sounds
horrible.
like Waiting for Godot or something
That's
like
not
that.
good.
It was awful.
You can remember who was in it?
I don't remember. I mean, it was a long time ago.
We want
but-
to watch it.
Okay, you guys. Do you
Alright.
remember there was this movie? Okay, so remember when you used to be able to you would find a movie on TV late at night or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
and you couldn't watch it again because there was no tapes or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
I saw this movie. It was black and white, and this dude was listening to the radio at night, and God started talking to him through the radio, but nobody would believe him. And I could never find, and I know it's a real movie. I wasn't drunk or anything because I was a little kid. I was 9 or 10, and but he would tell him stuff, and then the guy would try and tell people, but nobody would believe him. I have never been able to figure out what that movie was.
God, the next voice you hear.
That's it! I think.
Yeah, it is. 1950.
That's it!
James Whitmore
That's it!
and Nancy Reagan.
We gotta watch that movie!
Nancy Reagan.
We gotta watch that movie. I saw the movie once, and I thought it was really cool, and I was 8 or 9, and then I never saw it again.
Cool. All right.
And then everybody was really mean to him because they thought he was crazy.
So now you can watch it again.
Yeah. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Next question.
All right. Question number 2 is the flip side of that.
Yes.
What movie would you like to make that hasn't been made yet? Could be about a hero or a topic or something.
Can it be redone right?
You mean a movie that's already been
Nope.
made?
Yeah.
Nope. Has to be something that hasn't been
Aw.
done yet. Those are the rules. Live by them.
That
Oh, it's on Turner, that movie. They don't have Turner anymore, do they?
all right. Me and Jeff Bridges make the Dude Part 2.
Okay.
There you go.
How's that?
The dude's twin brother.
That's
the
right.
It's called The Bigger Lebowski.
The Bigger Lebowski.
Bigger.
I'm a bit bigger than Mr. Jeff Bridges.
Well, speaking of, I think he,
He's healthy again?
well, he was getting healthy, and then he got COVID, and he recovered from that, and he said that was worse than the cancer.
Yeah.
But he's good.
That's cool.
That's a good one, Chuck. I like that. Guess
Yeah.
especially since you
Yeah,
get the
you
star
go
in it.
first, because I'm still thinking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine's I think is pretty simple. My sports hero from from the time I was like 7.
Who?
Played for the Steelers, and
Who?
Franco Harris.
not Franco. Oh, my brain just went blank.
I've done that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Offense or defense?
He was a tailback.
Black or white?
Rocky Blyer. Oh, I can't believe.
Blyer. Yeah, he was a good one.
I believe my brain is dead. Yeah, Rocky Blyer, because he was a Vietnam War hero.
Yep, he was.
Stepped on a landmine, and it took away half his foot, and the doctors said he would never walk again. But not only did he walk again, he is a 4-time Super Bowl winner.
Yep.
For the Steelers.
Yeah.
And his
a lot of years.
Nobody
too.
made a movie about that.
No. And his life motto is if you think you can,
Guess
if you
what?
think you
They
can't,
did.
you're probably right.
You're
Oh,
wrong.
you're right.
You're wrong, Dershey. They did make a movie about him,
Rocky
but
Blyer?
it's a TV movie, so that doesn't count. And it's probably
What's
not
the
on
name
the.
of it? Maybe Dershey will watch
It's
it.
on the Hallmark Channel. No.
It's on the Hallmark Channel.
Fighting Back: The Rocky Blyer Story, 1980, made for TV movie,
There you go, Dersh.
starring Robert Urich.
Oh,
What TV show was he?
a lot of them.
He was
he
famous
did
dude.
the Greatest American Hero.
No, he was hold on. Rabbit hole.
Yeah, I think
He
on the Greatest American
was Vegas. He was on
Yep,
Vegas.
He was on Vegas.
He was I can't read that fast. Yes, I can.
You read a whole page at a damn time.
He was on SWAT.
You should see her.
He was on
read.
SWAT.
Yeah, he was.
That wasn't on very long.
No, that was. He was on Man from Uncle. Thank you, Ron. That's true.
He was on Soap as the gay tennis player.
Right, but well, that was a bit part. But
No,
he was.
that wasn't.
Yeah,
He was
but-
the brother.
He had a big part on the Man from Uncle.
He did a lot of things.
Spencer for Hire.
Yeah.
Ron's reading.
That's
Why
it.
is
That's
that?
what I was thinking of. Spencer for Hire.
Well, you're
Thank
looking
you,
for
Ron.
that. Ron says that the original Postman was better. Ron, I didn't see the original Postman, but there's
It should
absolutely
be worse.
no doubt in my mind it's better. It could be a black and white non-talkie, and it would have been a better movie.
That's funny.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh, my turn. But I
Lisa, yeah.
was really trying. Gosh,
The Lisa Nella story.
the Chuck and Lisa story. There you go. Because then you can make up stuff.
That might be a good story.
Yeah, you can just make up stuff that never even happened and put it in the movie.
Why?
Kind of like that.
You mean kind of like Hollywood does for every movie?
Kind of like apparently that Noah movie that they made.
Oh my
They
gosh.
made up a
that
whole
was-
part about some girl on the ark that got pregnant or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they just.
and there were rock monsters that
Yeah, they just.
I don't know. I never saw it.
I mean,
but
seriously, name a Hollywood story that doesn't,
well, they can't.
easy with making stuff up.
I know they can't even come up with original ideas anymore. They keep remaking movies from the
they didn't
70s and
make an
80s.
ET sequel.
There you go.
All right. You got something for us, Lisa?
Yeah. Well, what would happen when ET came home?
E.T. leaves home again. Yeah. He goes back and he no longer fits in their society.
Yeah.
E.T.
So he
goes
goes
home.
back to
And
Earth.
he misses Reese's Pieces.
Right.
Right?
So he comes back to Earth.
Yep.
I guessed. And then he lives with Elliot.
He comes back to Earth and he brings his phone with him this time.
And then he invented the iPhone.
Hey, Ron did an episode of Spencer for Hire with his Great Dane.
That's very cool.
3 hours in the snow walking up and down, but great food.
Nice.
Cool.
Hey, speaking of iPhones,
What about? Oh, wait, we haven't gotten there yet. Dershey's got another question.
we got another question?
Yeah, one
Dershey's
more
got
question to go.
Oh, well, I can't count.
This is the important question.
Okay.
Who's not going to make the next round of the playoffs?
Ah,
Car.
Oh, NASCAR. All right. Well, we'll get to NASCAR later, but we'll do this now.
Okay.
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch! Ding, ding, ding. Who did we hope doesn't? Or who did...
No, he's wrecked twice.
I know.
That's one. You got 3 more to go.
Oh, he won one of them, though, didn't he?
No. Did he won?
No, that was before the playoffs.
William Byron, he's in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Byron's got a car that he could win.
Kevin Harvick.
I'm going with Kyle Busch because now he's got the bad. You gotta pick 4?
Yeah.
Their 4 aren't going to make it.
They're gonna
There's Byron and the 3 car and the 4 car.
The 3 car isn't in it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Dylan?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
What, he won a race by accident or something?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
I don't remember.
Yeah, and I don't think Harvick's going to make it.
No, Harvick's not going to make it.
Nope.
And if he does, good for him.
You agree, Dersh?
Good for old people.
Yeah, I think Bowman might be out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's right there. I mean,
yeah, he's not doing. None of Hendrick is doing this.
Here's a question for next week.
All right.
Who's the least exciting cup driver currently driving? And I don't mean like cuteness, or I just mean like boring as a person.
Hello, Newman.
Yay, okay, never mind. You answered that question.
Meanwhile, back to the questions. Thank you very much for your 3 questions. We should have an applause background.
I know Cousin Brucey. I used to hear him.
Oh yeah, Cousin Bruce. I remember him.
Yep. Is he dead?
I would think so.
I think he's still alive. I don't even know.
He'd be very old if he is.
He's hanging out with Bob Dole.
Jeopardy!
Jeopardy
began its new season with a one-time only host that got fired as not only the host and the producer in one day.
Turd Ferguson.
How does that happen?
And he got fired from 2 other shows he produced too.
Yes.
He got fired on his day off.
Yes, he did. But you know why? You know why?
If you don't know that reference, you got to see the movie Friday.
You know why they had to do it though?
Why?
Because he had already taped those shows.
Yeah.
People had already won and lost, and they couldn't redo them.
Yeah, they couldn't.
They had to maintain the integrity
they had
of the
to
show.
It, yeah. So anyway, he officially got 1 week as the host, and this is his week to do it. So I totally agree with that. You can't just get rid of the shows because then the wins and losses and the money won, especially by the person that keeps winning, who's won 19 in a row. What's his name again?
Matt Amadio.
Do
you know what his PhD is in?
What?
Artificial intelligence.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. So he's got a chip
machine learning and art. That's why he does like this.
So he put a chip in his head.
Remember last night when it was 7-syllable words?
Yeah.
He was like da 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 da. He was counting on his fingers.
He's a robot.
Yeah.
He's very good though, Matt.
He is.
If you're not a fan of Jeopardy, there's a really good streak going on. 19 games.
You know what'd be a really cool thing?
What?
A person that was good at Jeopardy that was actually good looking.
Yeah, that would be novel.
Because that's new and different.
Yeah. All right, Lisa wanted to talk about the Apple.
Apple had their.
It's a no-click virus that's going. It's a hack around called the Pegasus spyware. And what's happened with this is that it simply sends a text to your phone that you don't even need to click on, and it takes over your phone. Far out, huh?
And so everybody upgrade or update to the newest operating system, which should be 14.8.
Yeah, they sent out an emergency message today.
Yep.
Saying do this now.
And do your watch.
Right. So
and
I
do
did
your
my watch
iPad
with my phone.
and your desktop.
Did you do your desktop?
Not yet. You made me come out here and do this show.
All right. Okay. So when you get in.
Yeah. Now it's going to be dead. It's going to be ruined. Some loser took it over.
Now that Israeli spies are going to be all over my computer.
And this comes from a Israeli NSO hacker group. It's called NSO. And they're hackers for hire.
Yeah.
Far out, huh?
Why not?
So this called unhackable, unvirusable.
No, that's not true. It's not unhackable and it's not unvirusable.
I know, but that's what they used to say for years.
Right,
It
but every time there's
definitely
like
is.
one thing, they blow it up.
Well, this is a big one.
Yeah,
This is a
Well,
big one.
but
When they
I
can
think
take
that-
over your entire phone, all the data in it, eavesdrop, and do
But
whatever they want.
But you
with
know
it.
what it's mostly for? It's mostly to surveil people that don't seem to be threats but are. So it's like usually for very specific
Right.
criminals, but you should still update your phone even if you're not a criminal.
Yep.
Or Chuck.
you should update your phone if you are a criminal.
Yeah,
I was thinking they'd go after me just because
that's why I told him.
Twitter does it, Facebook does it. Why wouldn't the Israelis go after me?
That's why I told him.
Right, Durst?
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
because-
I'm sure that they'll be down to your friends. Chuck, I no longer know you.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Chuck, what? Chuck?
Hired me to be the producer.
And then I'm gonna go in the house, and the helicopters are gonna start flying over the house.
Yeah.
One of these days you're gonna hear a and there'll be a and it'll blow up. I will.
What are they gonna do? Throw a flare on you?
No, they're gonna shoot one of those little tiny rockets that just blow up what they're trying to blow up.
You
and
don't
nothing
tell them
more.
not to blow up my house. Can't they just shoot you or something?
They'll get the camper.
Oh,
At least they'll be outside.
they don't need to
At
blow
least
up
they'll
the
be
damn
outside.
house.
Don't hurt the house. Take Chuck. Don't hurt the house.
That's right.
There's dogs in the
In
house.
an hour from now, we'll get, and then that'll be the end of me. Bye.
No, 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 no. They can't shoot you today. You took a shower.
It's not even Saturday.
That's
I know,
right.
right?
What happened with that?
It's ESPN Sports Center time.
It's Sports Center. Dun-dun-dun. All right.
You remember when Sammy was little? My little nephew, well, he's not little now, he's 18. But when he was little, his dad watched Sports Center so much, he used to go around going, da-da-da, da-da-da.
That's funny. Let's see. NASCAR news. Live Fast Motorsports to honor the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Nice.
Yay.
They weren't killed in Afghanistan at Bristol Motor Speedway, though. They were killed in Afghanistan.
At Bristol Motor Speedway?
But not at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Another reason Kevin Harvick will come in last in the next race.
Like Subway is his sponsor.
Subway is going to be his sponsor.
Jimmy John's.
Yeah, Jimmy John's is a far better sponsor than Subway.
Maybe they got well,
Oh, wow.
they're not doing so well, I think.
Subway is awful.
Don't we have a Jimmy John's near us?
No, we don't. That's why they're not doing well.
Bastards.
We would
order
call them all the time.
We would. Every time you don't feel like cooking, we'd call them instead of Domino's.
They come a lot faster.
That was amazing how fast
Oh
they
my
came
gosh.
to Charlotte. That was crazy. Subway sucks. And
No,
Subway's
it was,
doing,
come on, what was it? It was freaky fast.
yeah. And Subway is freaky bad.
Yeah. I used to like when
They're
they...
they're going to be doing a delivery service. That's what Kevin Harvick's
Oh,
going to
Kevin
do.
Harvick's going to be
That's
the
what he's
delivery
gonna
guy. You remember when we used to live in Haw River and the guy that brought us our pizzas looked like Jimmy Johnson?
Yep.
He did. He looked just like him.
Yep. William Byron enters Bristol in points hole. Race as hard as we can.
Wait, is that like a rabbit hole?
Yep.
Yeah, but
Alright.
the last four in and the last four out are only a handful of points apart.
Yeah.
And actually, the last two are zero.
Who's the last person above the cut line?
Oh wow, I didn't know how this worked.
Hang on, I think I can tell you. the answer to
While
that.
you're doing that, I'm going to keep talking.
That's a surprise.
The Lugnut report.
Who could see that coming? I mean, seriously.
We're in a rabbit hole, and I'm trying to keep moving along.
Oh,
here.
right.
We got 5 minutes to go here.
Oh, right.
Truex had one loose lug nut. That's $10,000 fine.
That's painful.
I just learned something I didn't know. Alex Haley has 2 loose lug nuts. That's a $20,000 fine and the 1 race suspension for the crew chief.
You didn't know that.
No, for having 2 loose lug nuts.
You didn't know that.
No.
What? Have you been watching NASCAR this year?
Nope.
Okay.
I can understand trying to fine or
Yeah.
punish people, but wouldn't it make more sense to suspend the tire guy?
Lug nut man.
The lug
Yeah.
nut guy? I mean, he's the one that didn't tighten the lug nuts, not the crew
Right.
chief.
I know.
It doesn't make any
That
sense.
just seems wrong. That's just wrong.
I don't know.
All right, you guys ready? So right now, Kurt Busch is at +0 and Bowman is at -0. Those are the
Wait.
Kurt Busch is the last one in,
Ah.
and the last one in, and Bowman is the last one out. But they're at 0 points.
I'm just
Right.
confused as to how there could be a -0 and a +0, but you
Well,
don't have
they're
to
tied-
explain that to me. It's okay.
They're tied in points, so
And there are other things, right?
right.
No.
So there's a tiebreaker, obviously, and whatever the tiebreaker is,
Is that whoever's older?
Kurt won't go in. But it's interesting because Kurt's only won one race, right?
Yeah.
And Bowman's won 3.
This year?
Didn't he? He won
No,
one by
2.
accident. It has
He
at
won-
least 2.
2.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still
Huh.
more. So
Wonder what
obviously,
the tiebreaker is.
I was going to say the race wins.
You know what I think?
tiebreaker.
I think Kurt Busch gets a handicap because he's Kyle's brother.
That would do it for me.
Kyle's only +8.
I hope Kurt makes it.
Yeah.
I like Kurt.
Well,
He's gonna be a commentator though.
the last 4 in are Kez at +13, Kyle +8, Eric Amarola at +3, and Bush, and then you got
Kurt?
Amarola,
Kurt
your
Busch.
dog
So-
doesn't like Amarola.
Who's the last
apparently.
one in, Kurt or Kyle?
Kurt.
Kyle's at +8 and Kurt's at +0.
Okay, I got you.
+0. Don't you
So-
pay attention?
That's 13 points. 13 points, and then you got -0, -5, -18, and McDowell is done. I mean, McDowell's -30.
Oh, right, I forgot. You know what would be hilarious?
-38.
If he won at Bristol and he's in.
Oh my god.
That would freak them all
Oh
out.
my god.
So, you're looking at only 18 points between 6 drivers.
Right.
And when you can score 100 points or more in the race, I mean, that's nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any
Exactly.
one of those guys could still
Closer
be
to
in.
Bristol, like right
Yeah.
next to it, so we could go to the race.
And of course, any one of them could win, and they'd be in.
Hey, next season we got some changes in the schedule. Kenny Wallace is ecstatic. He says this is a really big deal for St. Louis and the surrounding
Oh
communities
right, Gateway.
because Gateway is getting a race.
Gateway.
They never had a cup race. They've had, nationwide or whatever
Yeah.
series it was at the time,
Yeah.
Xfinity races there before, and it is a really neat track. So that's going to be one big change. I know you're not thrilled with that because you love Pocono,
I hate
Dersh.
that.
Oh,
Pocono's
sorry.
my favorite track.
What about the opening Clash race?
I love flat tracks, and that's the cool thing about it.
Charles?
What?
What about the opening Clash race?
What about it?
It's a 1/4-mile track based on Bowman Gray.
Oh, right. Tell us about that.
That's all I know. And it's in Los Angeles, and it's in the Coliseum.
Oh,
Is that
right. That
It's
is
going to
right.
be a temporary track,
Right.
but still,
Did you hear about that, Dersh?
No.
it's based on Bowman Gray.
They're gonna do the All-Star race
No,
next
not All-Star, the Clash.
of the Clash in LA
In the Coliseum.
in the Coliseum.
The 1/4-mile
They're
track
gonna build a 1/4-mile short track.
based on Bowman Gray. If you don't know what Bowman Gray is, look it up.
Bowman Gray is basically
The oldest operating
a
track.
football field straightaway on each side and corners.
Let's put it this way. It's so small that Chuck could walk around it.
That's true. I might have to crawl down the last backstretch, but I can
That
make
is
it.
quite an accomplishment.
Right. And we saw Bobby Labonte there. Remember?
Yep.
We did. He didn't do very well, but we saw him.
Yep.
Laughing stuff after, but
Guess what? We've gone a whole hour.
Guess what?
You gotta go
I
to
gotta
Pee Wee's
pee.
chat room. All right, everybody, we are gonna go ahead and depart. We will see you again next week, same time, same bat channel. Oh, nice chart. I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah, keep
There's
that.
some
Keep that
goofy-
for next week.
There are some very unattractive men in NASCAR.
Yeah, because that's what NASCAR's all about. So.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Blaney's cute. These guys are not cute at all. Look at that.
What about Byron?
No, he looks like a.
What about Kurt?
He looks like a Nazi. Kurt? He looks like somebody's dad.
All right, Ron, thank you, brother. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Dershi and I. Oh, Dersh, put up the link for next half hour.
Oh wait.
Dershi and I will be back at 8:30 for the right side of politics after this short break. And Miss
Yeah.
Lisa has a comment. What?
Shut up, Chop!
Thank you very much.
Hey,
Dersh.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn!
There you go. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys. We love you very much. We will see you next week at 7 o'clock. Dershi won't get that up in time. The link. I know you won't. Right?
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, my friend.
I posted the links for the show on my timeline, so go check it out. We'll see you in half an hour.
Love you. Bye, Lisa. Love you.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, Chuck. Have a good night. Love
See
you
you
guys.
soon.
Bye.
God, I do have
Bye.
to pee though.